Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to another deadline day transfer news update video. I want to talk about 4 players in today's video, in one of today's videos, this update essentially, and also I want to talk about Reece James, a little shout out to him, a lot to tuck into. Be sure you're subscribed to Football Therapy and have that all important bell notifications icon switched on, because a lot's coming thick and fast, and if you want to keep updated, I'm your man, so make sure you keep it locked to Football Therapy. If you want to support your boy, please do consider dropping a like on this video. Oh yes, thank you very much. Alright then, let's get into it. So I wanted to start today's video with a big shout out to Reece James, who's got an England call up from Gary Southgate. Yeah man, look, Gareth Southgate probably watched the football yesterday and saw his first choice right backs, or first two choice, hold on, I'm malfunctioning, first and second choice right backs in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. See, I can speak English. Conceded 13 goals between them yesterday, and he probably thought, better get Reece James on the phone. And there we have it. Reece James has his first senior call up to the England team. Hopefully he can get some minutes, get his debut, play well for Gaza Southgate, and we move. Chelsea could have the fullbacks in England basically, or rather England will have starting fullbacks both from Chelsea. Why can't I talk today? Chilwell and James. Anyway, incredible scenes for young Reece James. Let's move on and talk about some transfers. Right off the bat, some breaking news that I've just read on Twitter. Apparently Arsenal have indicated that they are willing to pay the release clause for Thomas Partey to Atletico Madrid, the £46 million, which would be a really good transfer for them if they truly do need him. I don't think Chelsea were ultimately willing to sell Jorginho to Arsenal. The noises around the club and around football media are that Chelsea are unwilling to strengthen the rival. Ultimately though, it looks like they're going to get Thomas Partey, so they will be strengthened regardless. Great move for Arsenal. They've got a good team. Arteta looks like he means business, and they are making purchases and spending money. So ultimately that's great. Chelsea will probably still really do a decent CDM, and obviously it's highly unlikely, near impossible, they get Declan Rice before the day is out. They might still bring someone in. I'm not so sure how likely that is though. Of course, I will keep you updated here on Football Therapy. Next up, Malang Sarr. Remember him, the left-footed hench centre-half that Chelsea recently purchased. Or I think they didn't purchase him. They got him on a free transfer. Anyway, Malang Sarr is an incredibly gifted footballer, and it looks like he's going to go on loan to Porto, or Porto have made a loan offer to Chelsea Football Club that currently, at time of recording, Chelsea are considering the loan offer. Now, it was always Chelsea Football Club's intention to loan out Malang Sarr when they got him on the books. They even said it in the Fifth Stand app announcement when they signed him. They said, look, we signed Malang Sarr, he does this, he's good at this, he's gonna go on loan. And the original assumption was he'd go on loan to the Bundesliga, which is obviously a really high level of football, but come of the day of deadline day, Chelsea are considering the offer from Porto, which of course are a big club. Maybe they'll give him a loan to Porto and watch his development from there. Ultimately, they need to get him a loan somewhere. Obviously, some Chelsea fans would probably be interested in seeing him play, but with Zuma and Thiago Silva starting, Tomori and Christensen potentially being in rotation, and we'll see what happens with Rudiger, more on him in a moment, this could be, can make a lot of sense. Malang Sarr to Porto. It's a high profile club, so of course I'll keep you guys posted and updated on that story. So let's talk about Antonio Rudiger, the big German centre-half at Chelsea. It kind of looks like he might become 4th choice, maybe even 5th choice centre-half at Chelsea, and he was regarded as the senior centre-half at Chelsea before Thiago Silva signed. It is looking more and more likely that Lampard's first choice centre-back partnership will be Kurt Zouma and Thiago Silva, and we know Frank Lampard does rate both Christensen and Tomori very, very highly, so that would imply Chelsea are trying to get rid of Rudiger, and that's what all the reports and journalists are saying, that he'd been linked to like Barcelona, he'd been linked to Tottenham, but if Chelsea are unwilling to strengthen a rival in Arsenal, you'd be thinking they would think the same with Tottenham giving Rudiger to them. Apparently, West Ham offered to take him, and Chelsea were probably happy to do so, but the player himself turned down West Ham, and you can't really blame Rudiger for that. You probably think, I've won the Europa League, I've started for this team a lot, I'm a German international. I start for, you know, Germany, who won the World Cup not so long ago. I don't really want to go to West Ham. I want to keep my level high. So I don't blame Rudiger for that, but Chelsea are kind of semi-desperately trying to offload him, and I think Rudiger himself really wants out of Chelsea. Now, I don't think there's any animosity there. I think he's been professional. He's obviously a fan favourite in the dressing room. He's always good fun, joking around. I don't think Frank Lampard has any problem with him. The players certainly don't have any problem with him. And similarly, vice versa. I don't think Rudiger's got a problem with the players or Lampard. They're just trying to find a deal here that suits all parties and getting Rudiger out. I think by the end of today, Rudiger will be at another club, hopefully, for the club's good and for his own good. I'll of course keep you all updated on this story. Keep it locked to Football Therapy and make sure you've got the bell notifications icon switched on so you get updated as soon as I upload, and I'll keep you posted. Next up, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, man. Now, boy oh boy, if you know my channel and you know you've watched me for a while, you will know that I'm a Ruben Loftus-Cheek super fan. He's such a magnificently talented footballer. He's obviously big, strong and fast. Once he gets going, he's incredibly quick. But he's got a superb technical ability with his feet. He can carry the ball for a midfielder, he can play between the lines, he can score wonderful goals, he can do cheeky little assists, and he's relatively versatile in terms of where he plays on the pitch as well. So, huge fan. He's completely unique in terms of his player profile in the Chelsea squad, and I love him. But the thing is, man, he needs to go on loan because at the moment he's not guaranteed to start at Chelsea, and he's not afforded the ability or the possibility to play himself into form. So ultimately he has to go on loan. Something that I've spoken about before. Villa wanted him, but they went with Ross Barkley because of his injury record and fitness. Fine. And as the sort of clock ticks down, less and less clubs are apparently or looking like options for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and the one at the bottom of the barrel that we all knew was coming that might be an option have made an inquiry for him, and that's right, it's down the road, Fulham. Now of course Fulham would come with its benefits. It's local, he wouldn't have to move, he could stay close to Chelsea and report to them, etc, etc. You know, Scotty Parker, ex-Chelsea, there's a good relationship there. But if you look at Fulham in the Premier League at the moment, they're very much a sinking ship and they've got huge defensive problems. You know, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, if he goes there, he'll probably be their most talented outfield player. Sure, Mitro's a good goal scorer, but in terms of natural talent and flair, it will be the Ruben Loftus-Cheek FC, which is kind of exciting. He'll play game in, game out, absolutely, provided he's not injured and provided he's fit. But do we want to send him down to a team that might just be getting hammered 5-0 every game in the Premier League? I don't know, probably not, but we're at the point now that, you know, the other teams that might have been more appropriate, if they're not coming in for him, what do? Do you leave him at Chelsea? Frank Lampard might consider rotating him in and out, thinking, oh, shall I play Ruben here? Can I risk it? You know, is he even going to play well 20 minutes at the end of this game against lower league opposition? Or do we send him into Fulham, throw him in the deep end and say, look, play every game, lose most of them, get your fitness up though, score some goals and see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, watch this space. The Ruben Loftus-Cheek loan story is a big one. I said before it will cost £8 million for any club to loan Ruben Loftus-Cheek for 1 year. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you posted on the story. Keep it locked to Football Therapy, and we'll see where we go with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Anyway, that's it for this update video on transfer deadline day for Chelsea. Of course, they're still trying to upload Emerson. Basically, as soon as we get some more news of a couple of players, I'll make another video and keep you guys updated. So keep it locked to Football Therapy. Like the video to show your support. Enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.